Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie, and welcome to Nelson again.
We are currently staying in the Higgens Heritage Park, which is a cap. Charges apply property. It's $5 a night per vehicle. And when the park is open next to us here, you can go in and have a look.
Yeah, so it's got a whole lot of like steam engines and traction engines and things to do with logging in the area here. Now we're back in Nelson. We weren't planning to come back. We should have been somewhere in the Sound still, but if you recall a few videos back, we took the car in for a warrant and it needs the front bearings doing, so that goes in on Tuesday to get that done. Not sure how much that's going to cost. But it means we're in Nelson for probably the next 3 nights while we get that sorted, and then that should be the end of our sort of to-do list for the next wee while. Yeah. We've also tomorrow going to go and look at the peanut butter factory here, which you can book tours of, eh? You've done that?
Yeah, it's a free tour.
Yeah.
It goes for about an hour.
Free tour of a peanut butter factory? Sweet. And we actually ran out of the peanut butter. It's the peanut butter we eat as well, the factory, so perfect. We'll get some while we're there. So yeah, we'll just hang out here for the afternoon and show you around the place. Hopefully this place is open tomorrow and we can show you through, because it looks like there's heaps of old machinery and all sorts of bits and pieces in there, which are quite neat. Apparently they're in the process of restoring a whole lot of it as well, so yeah, it'd be cool to go for a wander hopefully tomorrow. Alright, so it turns out the place wasn't closed, just the gates that people use to drive in here were closed, but the main entrance gate's open. It's a bit odd though, there's no one here. It's only open every second Sunday for actual like events. They have these steam up Sundays where they power up their traction engines, you can get rides behind them and all sorts of stuff. They have vintage machinery shows, but every other day it seems that you can just wander around and leave a donation if you want and kind of look at all this old random stuff. Harvey keeps asking me, what does that do, what does that do? And I was going to say to him, I've got no idea, mate. There doesn't seem to be any sort of, it's not really a museum as such, more like a sort of machinery clubs, I guess. There must be clubs, but yeah, pretty cool spot.
Welcome back to Adventures and Rosie. I'm on the train and we're at the campground with the old machinery, and the postman gates was open but the car ones were shut, and I'm on this and it's an old one. It's a train I'm on and it's an old one, it doesn't drive anymore.
It kind of feels like we shouldn't just be wandering around in here. There's like an old sawmill here that's still clearly used, but you can kind of just walk all around the machinery and touch stuff. I don't know. Pretty neat place though. There's just so much, just piles of random things and old diggers and tractors and all sorts of stuff. Pretty neat.
These are the sort of parks that I love staying at with the kids. While Bronson's working in the mornings, I don't have to worry about them being too close to the water or falling off a cliff or pestering other people, and there's lots of fun stuff to look at, so it's a good one.
And it's only $5 a night for all of us, which is pretty cool. So some of the caps are per person, and properties like this that are $5 a night, like, it's awesome. There's water, you're getting plenty of power from the sun, it's safe for the kids to run around, so what more could you want for $5? Well, our peanut butter tour got cancelled.
Thanks, COVID.
Yeah. You guys will see this a couple of weeks in the future, but we went back into alert level 2 here in New Zealand for COVID, which doesn't mean heaps for us, travelling. Auckland is in lockdown level 3, but they cancelled all the tours. So I think we're going to just go and check it out.
We'll
anyway.
have lunch there.
Yeah, they got a cafe. We'll have some lunch, check out the gift shop, and go on a tour another time, I guess, once all this COVID nonsense is over and done with. So. So this is the Queen's Garden, which is just out of the Nelson CBD, like just a few blocks away. Pretty incredible, like it's all jammed into kind of one, city block, but it's pretty amazing gardens. One of the benefits, of like being out on the road and being able to visit stuff during the week is that you just have places like this to yourselves, which is helpful when you have children running around screeching, not ruining people's weekend in the garden. Shame we couldn't go on that peanut butter factory tour, because that place was pretty cool. It's like they custom built the building, the factory, with tours in mind, so they do free tours, an hour-long tour. The kids get to make their own peanut butter. Kind of cool. They seem to be big on the focus of getting people through there and having a look and stuff. They didn't have the peanut butter I wanted, so apparently they got a nut shortage at the moment because they get them over from Australia. So no crunchy peanut butter for me. Apparently later in the week they get some. So I have to go back, I guess. But yeah, good coffee, cafe, pretty cool spot. Now the car is going in for its service and bearings and stuff tomorrow afternoon. So we're just going to chill until then. I got work in the morning. We'll take the car in, drop it off, and then we'll have no car for the afternoon. So we'll wander around Nelson and show you a bit more of Nelson. And then we're not sure what the plan is from there. My parents are coming to meet us down in the South Island. They've hired a camper van and they're coming in 2 weeks' time. We're meeting down the east coast. So we've got to spend a bit of time tonight trying to figure out the next sort of plan for us. Where we go, where we meet up with them, and then where we're going to travel around together. So it'll be pretty cool. Spend a couple weeks traveling around the South Island and showing the parents some of the spots we've uncovered so far and checking out some new spots with them. So can't wait to see them. Yeah, pretty soon.
It's like good. Come off of them. Make it dance.
Typical post-dinner play in what we call the rumpus room, which is basically the hallway between the bunks and the toilet. It's pretty narrow down here, but it seems to work well while the kids are this small. Alright, we're about to take the car in to get those issues sorted. We're just going to drop it off and wander around town basically. Fingers crossed everything gets fixed and there's nothing else they find, and then from there we take it back and get it retested. So yeah, fingers crossed everything's alright. If everything is fine, then we're just going to hitch up and probably head back over to Blenheim this afternoon as we kind of start making our way down the east coast of the South Island. So yeah, we'll see. Alright, back at the vehicle testing station. Fingers crossed it's going to pass this time, because we want to get out of Nelson. So yeah, hopefully all the work that was done on the bearings is enough to satisfy these guys. I guess we'll find out in 10 minutes. It passed! Yeah, all the issues are finally sorted. Only cost $500 to get the bearings. Only $500 to get all the bearings sorted. But it's done and dusted. That's the main thing. We're going to hitch up now, like I said earlier. Head over to Blenheim and we'll see you in a few hours. Well, I'm on kid duty this afternoon, so Chelsea can have a bit of a break and a chill out in the caravan. Kids were driving her crazy this morning, as small children tend to do. I told Harvey I would take him to the playground, and he had two very specific requirements for what sort of playground we went to. Number one, it had to have somewhere for the girls to play that was safe. His words, not mine. And number two, the playground had to look like the tower from the kids' TV series Paw Patrol. And he was pretty adamant about that. But I think I nailed it. Check this out. This is one of the coolest playgrounds I've ever seen. And I think it's pretty close to his requirements. Let's see.
This is so exciting. I'm coming up a big little climb up that, and then there's a whole other side down. Then I'm down, so then I climb back up.
I'm not sure if this is really designed for adults, but too late to go back now. Alright, we jumped in the car and Harvey said to me that he still has energy, so playground number 2. This boasts the longest slide in Blenheim. It looks like a death trap. I think this playground was built before health and safety was a big thing, but we're going to give it a crack. Who needs handrails on a bridge, right? Not necessary. Right, so this is home for the next 3 nights while we're in Blenheim before we start heading down the east coast, which I'll explain shortly. Blenheim Racecourse, the Waterley Racecourse here. I know we've stayed here before, but I didn't show you last time. So basically you can kind of park anywhere along the front of the racecourse here or under these huge trees here. We moved the caravan just out slightly from the trees because in Nelson we stayed 3 days under the trees and we're getting a bit low on battery. So my little portable battery wasn't fully charging basically because we weren't getting much sun, so opted for some sun, getting some nice solar today. But yeah, pretty cool little race course. $12 a night to stay here. There's plenty of space, there's a dump station, there's potable water, there's a laundry, so pretty cool. In terms of racing, they don't race here that often, a couple of times a year by the sounds of things, and I don't think you can camp here on a race weekend, or there's certain places you can't camp because obviously there'd be cars and you know, they're not going to let you camp alongside the finish line of a race course. But yeah, lots of old structures for the kids to play on, plenty of space to run around and exercise and that sort of thing, so pretty nice spot. So the plan for the next 10 days, basically my parents are coming at the end of the month. Probably by the time you see this video, my parents might be here actually. They've hired a motorhome out of Christchurch. They're going to come up the coast a little bit and we are going to tiki tour around for 2 weeks with them. Show them some of the spots I've already been to, Pelorus, Marlborough Sounds. I'm going to head to Nelson, then we're going to head down through the middle of the South Island, back to Hanmer Springs. So pretty exciting to see them. We obviously haven't seen my parents for 2 months by the time they come here, so kids have been missing them and I'll be missing them too. So it'll be good to see them. So basically what we need to do is we need to kind of make our way down the east coast to Kaikoura, stay there, then they're going to come up from Christchurch and meet us and we'll convoy up the coast together. So we're going to make our way slowly over the next week down there. We're going to go to Marfell's Beach tomorrow, which is quite popular. Check out Kaikoura and Parnassus, which is another popular campground down there, and yeah, meet up with them. So stay tuned for those videos. We'll probably leave this one here and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.